Bum, 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 bum. Remember my hula shark? There's people in Hawaii right now because it's nice weather. What the? Take me with you. But guess what? Name drop Reagan. When she was leaving class, she said, "Here, Newbold, add this to your shark collection. Whoa, 3D printed hammerhead shark. Woo, can we be friends? Sure we can. Woo!" Thanks for watching. Okay, so we did some of these in class already. Look at my work there to see how to do that. Right, for 29, we just distributed there. Okay, how do you do 28 though, Newbold? That's a crazy one. Well, we got to get the smallest possible radical, right? We got to reduce it as much as possible. Pull out a perfect square. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. Pull out the perfect square. So 4 times 3 is 12. Break it into two. They're still under the house, but 2 separate houses. The square root of 4 is 2. So 2 radical 3. 27 breaks down into 9 times 3. And so that's the square root of both of those. And the square root of 9 is square root of 9 is 3, radical 3. But don't forget your negative 2. And negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So we have 2 radical 3 minus 6 times radical 3. And then 18 factors into 9 times 2. Square root of 9, square root of 2. So the square root of 9 is 3, so 3 times radical 2. Then we got to bring down that 3. And 3 times 3 is 9, radical 2. And then the only thing we can combine is the 2 radical 3 minus the 6 radical 3. And that is negative 4, radical 3, plus 9, radical 2 is our answer. Woo! I love 31, just saying. Because the square root of 81 is 9. The square root of negative 4 is 2i. 9 times 2i is 18i. But what about this guy? Well, exponent to an exponent, multiply the powers. Exponent to an exponent, we multiply the powers. Exponents to an exponent, we multiply the powers. So negative 2 times 1, negative 2 times 2, negative 2 times negative 4. So that's 3 to the negative 2, x to the negative 4. What's negative 4 times negative 2? Positive 8? Positive 8. So then, negative means we take it down. We take it down. So we have 3 to the positive 2, x to the positive 4 at the bottom, and then y to the 8 on top. And then that's y to the 8 on top, divided by x to the 4th on bottom, and then 3 squared is 9. 3 squared is 9 is our answer. There's our answer. Don't forget, multiply whole numbers with whole numbers. 5 times 3 is 15. Radical 2, and then radicals with radicals. So radical 2 times radical 7 is radical 14. Then you have to take the next thing, right? And you have to take 5 radical 2 as well and times it this. What is that? Well, that's 5 radical 2 times negative radical 2, right? We have a whole number, it's invisible, it's a negative 1. So 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Radical 2 and radical 2 is radical 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. Pause me, you try it on your own. Are you just watching these videos? Mr. Hammerhead Sock, he said you don't just copy videos, you pause me. No, he really did. Pause me. Make sure you pause me. Try it on your own first, then push play and see if you got it right. Pause me. Okay, so that's negative 10. And then we bring down our 15 radical 14. I guess if we want to put it in the right order, I guess you would flip it. So negative 10 first, and then plus 15 radical 14 would be the correct answer. Because you want to put the whole numbers first, then the radicals. Okay, this is kind of a tricky one. I would just break it down. Yo, break it down. 9 times 3, break it down. 3 times 3. All underneath the radical, right? All underneath the radical. All underneath the radical, we got another 3. All underneath the radical, we got 5 more x's. All underneath the radical. So wherever you see, this is 2 now. So this is square root. So you need pairs of 3's and x's. So there's a pair, so a 3 comes out. And here's another pair, so another 3 comes out. And so 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9. What else do we have? We have 1, 2, 3 of them. 4 of them? We have 4 of them. 9x to the 4th power is right. Oh yeah, because the square root of x to the 8th power is x to the 4th power, yeah. Okay, beautiful. Oh, cube root now, cube root. What does 64 break down into? 8 times 8? What about 2 times 4, 2 times 4? Yeah, but those two are together, so 4 times 4 times 4. So negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 is what 64 breaks down into, because it's 8 times 8. And then 2 times 4, 2 times 4. And then those two go back together. 4 times 4 times 4. Okay, then we have 3 x's, so that's good. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And this is all the cube roots. So triplets come out. Negative 4. Triplets come out. Next. And then triplets, triplets. So that's 2 sets of triplets come out. And that's y squared, because there's 2 of them. Times the cube root of y squared. So that's our answer. That's our answer. Pause me. Try the next one on your own. Pause me. Try the next one on your own. Pause me. Distribute that negative 2. There's a 1 visible 1 there and a 1 there. Distribute that negative 2 through. So that's 2. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. X to the negative 8. Y to the positive 6. All over 3 to the negative 1. There's an invisible 1 there above the 3. Times negative 2 is 3 to the negative 2. X to the negative 4. Y to the negative 10. Okay, negative numbers go up, become positive. Negative numbers on top that are negative could go down and become positive. Switcheroo. So this will come down here. So that becomes a 2 squared. And this goes up here. That'll become a 3 squared on top. And then x to the 4, negative 4, also goes up to the top. So that's x to the positive 4. And y to the positive 10. But y to the 6 stays on top because it's already positive. It's already positive. So that's y to the 6. And then x to the negative 8 also goes down to the bottom. And becomes a positive 8. Okay, so that's looking good there. So then we got 3 squared is 9 over 2 squared is 4. X to the 4th on top. Well, 4 of them are going to cancel with the bottom. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are going to cancel with the bottom. And so that's going to leave us with how many left? That's going to leave us with 4 left because there were 8 of them total. And so that'll be 9 fourths x to the 4th power. And then on top we'll have 10 plus 6. Same base, add the powers. So y to the 16. And there's your answer. There's your answer. Anything to the 0 power is just a 1. And then we have, that's squared now. That's squared. So that's 4 squared x squared. So that's 16x squared times 1 times 2 to the x to the 3rd power. And so 2 times 16 is 32. Add the powers. 2 plus 3 is 5. We get our answer. Nice. Okay, use the following function now. List all the vertical asymptotes. This is important on the test because we recently learned this. So this is going to be more heavy on the test. Maybe you definitely need to have a good percentage of it on the test. So we already factored it because we pulled out a 2. And that factored into x squared plus 2x minus 3. And so that factored into x minus 1 and x plus 3. So it looks like they already factored it for you, right? Yep. Already factored. Already factored. Okay, so the thing that canceled is called the whole. The thing that canceled is called the whole. So the graph has a hole at x equals, not positive 3, but negative 3. So how do we find the y value of the whole? So to find the y value of the whole, you take the reduced function. Take the reduced function, which is whatever's left, 2x minus 1, 2 times x minus 1 over x minus 3. And you plug it in, plug it in. So we take negative 3 and we plug it in there, and we plug it in there. So that's going to be 2 times negative 3 minus 1 all over negative 3 minus 3. So negative 3 and negative 1 is a negative 4. And then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. All over negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6, which becomes a positive, because negative divided by negative is a positive 8/6. Divided by 2, divided by 2. So we get 4/3. This is our answer. So that's our y value. That's our y value of the whole. That's our y value of the whole. So negative 3, negative 4/3, or negative 3, positive 4/3. Okay, whatever's left is the vertical asymptote. At x equals, at x minus 3 set equal to 0, add 3 to the other side. So x equals 3 is the vertical asymptote. Notice that it's x and not y, Because horizontal asymptote, that's the y, Okay, so now we look at the powers. Look at the powers. The powers are the same. And when the powers are the same, we use the numbers in front. So that's going to be invisible 1 on the bottom, so 2 over 1. So 2 over 1, which is just a 2. So the HAY is equal to 2. Y equals 2. And then if ever top power is less than bottom power, then that's called Bobo. Remember Bobo? Yeah, Bobo. So Bobo is bigger on bottom, y equals 0. Y equals 0. And then there we go. So simplify each problem, express the answer in simplest form, do not multiply out, list all domain restrictions. So, well, we're at 12 minutes. We got this, Newbold. You both are Newbold. You go. Okay, so pause me, try it on your own first. Pause me and try it on your own first. So that can reduce by 5, so we can reduce that. So that becomes 3m n to the 7th. All over 10 divided by 5 is 2. How many m's do I have? I've got 4 of them. Whoa, does one of them cancel? You know it does. So we're left with 3m to the 7th all over 2m to the 3rd power. But you also have an n to the 4th power. What about the n to the 4th power, Newbold? Yeah, the m on top disappeared with 1 on the bottom, but we still have n to the 4th power. So we have, what does that mean? That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All over 2m to the 3rd power. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to cancel 1 for 1. 1 for 1, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Still have 3 left. Because 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, so we have 3n to the 3rd power divided by 2m to the 3rd power. Wayo. Factor! Factor it! Do you remember how to factor? Factor. This is rational equations. Factor, remember? You'll see this. Factor cancels stuff out on the test. Factor. Okay, so we have 2 and 2, plus and minus. Try it on your own first. Pause me. Plus and 3. And the x plus 2's cancel. So we get x plus 3 over x minus 2. Can you cancel the x's? No, you can't. Addition, subtraction, you can't do division. Yeah, factor. Pull out an x squared. We're left with x plus 1. Right? It's called single factoring. Single factoring. Single factoring. Remember single factoring? So basically you have x cubed plus x squared, and they both have an x squared in common that you can pull out. And so when you pull it out, you're left with 3, take away 2 is 1, so we're left with 1x plus anything divided by itself is a 1. X squared divided by x squared is a 1. Okay, then we have x plus 3 in the bottom, and we have x squared. And then this one also factors, right? Also factors x and x. What are factors of 3? 1 and 3. Sign the middle term goes with a bigger number. Okay, we factored it. Restrictions are x can't equal 0 and negative 3. And then we get to see what factors and cancels. See the x squareds cancel. The x plus 3's cancel. Wow. So all we're left with is x minus 1 times x plus 1. Way-o. That's our answer. That's our answer. Okay, so then key change flip. Do you remember key change flip? So change to multiplication and flip it. Change to multiplication and flip it. That goes up here, and that comes down here. Way-o. Okay, then we factor. Lots of factoring. Lots of factoring. Way-o. Okay, so what are factors of 3? 1 and 3. Plus and plus. Good. What are factors of 8? Factors of 8 are 2 and 4. Sign middle term goes with a bigger number. 4x minus 2x is 2x. And then this guy, we can actually pull out a 3. And when you do, you're left with x plus 1. So the restrictions are x can't equal a negative 1, a negative 3, a positive 2, and a negative 1 from here as well. From here as well. Because that was originally in the bottom. Okay, so those are our restrictions. And then we can cancel stuff out. So we'll cancel out the x plus 1s. We'll cancel out the x minus 2s. So we're left with 3 times x plus 4 all over x plus 3. Way-o. Way-o. Okay, beautiful. Oh no, this is going to be an evil one. Going to be an evil one. So we have factors of 4 are 2 and 2, plus and minus. And then we pull out a 3 and we're left with x plus 2. Pull out 3, we're left with x plus 2. I'm going to pause it. I got a phone call. Woo! Okay. That was my daughter asking me about a Christmas present for my wife. Way-o. Okay, let's see here. So then we were trying to get a common denominator. And so we have an x plus 2. That's our common denominator already. But we're missing the 3. So that means we're going to multiply 3 to the top and bottom. Top and bottom. Multiply by 3 to the top and bottom. And then this side has an x plus 2 already, but it's missing the x minus 2. To the top and bottom. Top and bottom. Top and bottom. So now we have a common denominator of x minus 2x plus 2 with the 3. With the 3. Right? With the 3. So now, there we go. So now we're going to distribute it through. So 3 times x is 3x. And then we have a plus x and plus 1. So plus x plus 1. Oh, wait, we got to times that, though. We got to times that with the x minus 2. I forgot. We got to distribute. We got to distribute. So then x times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. 1 times x is a positive 1x. And then 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. And so then negative 2x plus 1x is a negative 1x. But then don't forget the 3x. Don't forget the 3x. And so that's going to be a 3x minus 1x is a 2x. So we got x squared plus 2x minus 2 all over x minus 2 times x plus 2. Whoa, this looks like an evil one. This looks like an evil one? What do you mean? No, that won't factor. Will it factor? No, it won't factor. We're okay. We're good. We're good. Okay, there's our answer. So I'm not going to do this one again, but that's the same as 45. It's the same kind of concept. Just watch out for the negative. Watch out for the negative 2. Distribute it, distribute it. Okay, so solving, and then we're there. So solving. So don't forget solving, that you have to get a common denominator. Get a common denominator, which is 2 times 4. Then we have a negative and a negative is negative 6. And so then we got to get a common denominator. So this one's done, but this one is missing something. What's it missing? It's missing the x minus 4. It's missing the x minus 4 to the top and bottom, top and bottom. And then what's the x minus 4 missing? So the x minus 4 is missing the x minus 4 is missing the x minus 2 to the top and bottom, top and bottom. So now we have a common denominator. Since it's equals, we can eliminate the bottom. Remember, since it's an equals, we can eliminate the bottom. So we can eliminate the bottom, and just solve for the top. So 2 equals 1 times x is x, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2, plus 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 4 is a negative 8. Now we got to solve. So we have a 2x and a 1x is 3x. And then we have a negative 2 and a negative 8 is negative 10. And that equals 2. So we're going to add 10 to the other side. So we get 12. And then we can divide by 3. And so 12 divided by 3 is 4. X equals 4. Oh no, x equals 4. What's that a problem? Because we had, do you remember? Yeah, do you remember? We've got a problem with that because 4 minus 4 is 0 equals 0. No solution. Because it equaled the restriction. The solution equaled the restriction. This one we got to get a common denominator. And so we pull out a 3. We're left with x minus 2. So then we have this, how do we get the 6 here? Well, to get the 6, we could times it by 2 to the top and bottom. And now we have a 6, x minus 2. Way-o! So this is just missing the 6. And this is just missing the x minus 2. Yeah, multiply by each other to the top and bottom, top and bottom. And if you multiply by x minus 2, you got to do it on the top. And then we eliminate the bottom, solve for the top. So that's 2x plus 2 minus 5x times x minus 2. Careful there. And then equals 6. 1 times 6 is 6. So then you get 2x plus 2 minus 5x times x is the minus 5x squared. Negative 5x times negative 2 is a positive 10x equals 6. So get everything on the same side and factor it. So we're going to go ahead and add 5x squared to this side. Add 5x squared to this side. So we end up with 5x squared. We have a 2 that we're going to minus 2 to this side. And so that's going to be a 4. And then we have a 2x with a 10x. And so that's 12x. And so we're going to minus that 12x to the other side. And now we have to factor it to get our two solutions. Factor it. Notice the 5x squared I made positive by adding it over. So that factors into 5x and x. And then factors of 4 are 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So then we have a 10x with a 2x. And they have to be negative to add up to negative 12. So that's going to be a negative and a negative. And then we set them equal to 0. So we get x minus 2 equals 0. Add 2 to the other side. So x equals 2. And don't forget this one. 5x minus 2. Set equal to 0. Add 2 to the other side. So we get 5x equals 2. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. We get 2/5. We get 2/5. Oh no, check the restrictions! 2 minus 2 equals 0. So that one doesn't work, but definitely 5/2. Right? How do we do that again? Let me show you one more time. So we added 2 to the other side. And so we got 5x is equal to 2. And then we divided by 5. 2/5 is our answer. Woo! Thanks for watching behind the screen. Thanks for watching. Peace out and bye for now. Thanks for watching.